What is your name?
I'm Ivan Perez, formerly the founder of Buy Sell LA, now with Sync Brokerage recently. I'm also a board member with NAREP LA. I'm the government affairs director there.
What is a story that inspires you in your real estate career?
There's so many stories. I would start with, helping families is one of the most amazing processes that anybody can go through. I'll tell one particular family that I've been with for many, many years. This family I've now serviced for, I think, over 8 years. I met them over an online subscription, so I've been, sending out online information to the client base. It started as a cold call. I got to meet with them. The family was a first-time home buyer. They had a small business, and I was able to find them their home. From there, I was also able to find them a commercial property for their business. They have expanded. From there, all the kids have bought homes, and now we're working with some of the cousins to get them homes. So it's just started from one small to, I think now we're like 8 people have bought homes.
You have a background in the legal field. How has that helped your real estate career?
I think tremendously. I understand contracts, and it's very important to understand contracts. You'd be very surprised that many times we get into situations that clients really don't know what they're signing, or they've been misrepresented, they've lost money, they've lost their deposits. So it's extremely important to be knowledgeable in contracts and understand what you're doing and what you're signing.
As the government affairs director for NAREP Los Angeles, why do you do that? Why does it matter to be savvy in terms of what's happened politically?
I think it's very important to understand policies. I think it's beyond political parties. It's more understanding the policies that are affecting our community. We can start at our city itself and it can expand nationally, but it's very important to be informed. You'd be surprised how many people are not informed on policy.
What is your favorite food?
I love all sorts of foods. I'm married to Mexican, so I like Mexican food, and I also love my Cuban food.
When you are working in the Los Angeles area, what do you like the most about Los Angeles?
Culture. So many people is a melting pot. You can pretty much run into anyone from anywhere in the world, which is amazing.
Sometimes you work with couples that are getting divorced. Tell us about that process.
Well, that's not an easy process, but it's a process that needs to happen. As real estate agents, I feel we're also counselors. So a lot of the times I'm sitting down with couples that are getting divorced, and we go through the whole process of having to sell a property. Sometimes it doesn't end up being sold, right? It ends up being purchased by one of the party buys the other one out. But it is a difficult process, but I enjoy making it as smooth as possible, even though it's not an ideal situation.
Tell us about AI in real estate.
I think AI is a tool that needs to be utilized. I think AI is going to continue to evolve and change the industry in many different facets. I think it's a mistake for those that are not embracing AI.
When was the last time you laughed out loud?
This morning. I have a 7-year-old. They say the darndest things.
What's your name?
My name is Ruben Ochoa, and I'm with the Rise Group here in Sherman Oaks, California.
I hear that you were one of the pioneers of the bachata movement in Los Angeles. Tell us about that.
A little bit, yeah. So I actually got into dancing bachata and salsa from auditioning at So You Think You Can Dance. And I got cut because I never had danced salsa before. And that's how I kind of integrated into the whole Latin dance scene, being a hip hop dancer. And so I kind of fused the styles of dance together a little bit, at least my niche of hip hop and Latin dance.
Why do you love real estate?
I love it because I get to help people, become homeowners, and it's something special. I never thought I would be a homeowner, and if I can do it, anybody can do it.
I know that you like to work with a lot of hero groups. Tell me about that. Where does that come from?
Yeah, so before moving to Los Angeles, I'm originally from the Bay Area, the hyphy movement. So I was going to school for firefighting, and then I decided to dance instead, and then I moved to Los Angeles.
Did you ever ghostwrite the whip?
Always, yeah.
Tell me about at one point you had this passion for running into burning buildings.
Yeah, well, as a kid, I'm just seeing firemen and watching like TV shows. I wanted to be a hero, so that was a big reason why I wanted to become a fireman, was to help others.
Helping people buy homes is doing some hero work as well. What's a good story that you had helping families?
That's a good question. A good close friend of mine in the dance scene, that's how I met him. He asked if I could help him buy his mom's house, and then we helped his mom buy a townhouse in Ranchos Palos Verdes. It was a dream of hers to live in Ranchos Palos Verdes, and it was amazing that we got to help him out. achieve their dream.
When was the last time that you laughed out loud?
I always laugh. I laugh at myself a lot of the times too, just because I'm a goofy, fun guy.
Tell us your name.
I am the real estate broker owner. Oh wait, I'm looking at the camera. Can I start over?
Yep.
Corinne Tapia Babcock, real estate broker owner of Five Heights Realty Corp.
Tell us a little bit about your history.
I grew up in the Inland Empire in Chino, California, where my grandparents settled in the 1920s and actually bought real estate back then, and made my way back east to Georgetown University, where I spent over 10 years in government and politics, working at the highest levels, and ultimately made my way back to Los Angeles and found myself working with a real estate developer who was doing design, build, lease back, and ultimately found my way into real estate and founding my own brokerage, Five Heights Realty in Los Angeles, California.
What does it mean to you to work and be a trailblazer for women in commercial real estate?
I think it's just another way that I was able to open doors that I didn't even know were there, to be honest. Found my way into this industry, and in a lot of ways by accident, in commercial real estate, and just started knocking on those doors in the same way I did as a young girl, where I had dreams, and those dreams ended up coming in the form of big doors, right? Whether that has been a retail building, whether it's been an industrial site, whether it's been hotels. So been fortunate to continue to do that work among our community here in Los Angeles and do deals of every size, caliber, nature, and oftentimes go toe-to-toe with folks who look nothing like me. They're usually males, they're usually not from my background, but I continue to do that work because I'm proud of it and I know I can do it alongside them.
And speaking of that, you have a bit of a niche working with female investors. Tell me about what that experience is like.
So similar to myself, women that want to own and operate their properties, and whether it starts, well, it always starts with that first property, but oftentimes they're also coming to me as women who have purchased maybe one or two properties in their younger years and now are coming into another stage in their life and want to reassess their portfolio, and they realize that purchasing property is more than just about finding just that realtor. They need to find somebody that has the experience of building portfolios, and I pride myself on someone that can do that and look at it in the same way they look at a deal that I would be doing for myself. So women here in Los Angeles who really by word of mouth have found their way to me, and now we're all working together as a group. And even if, we never do a deal together, if I'm able to educate them about something that they don't know, for me, that's a win.
You also dedicate a lot of time to public service. Tell us about some of the positions that you serve in today.
Sure. I'm actually a commissioner on the LA City Fire Department. Was appointed by Eric Garcetti, the former mayor, and have since stayed on with Mayor Bass, and I'm proud to do that. My father is a retired fire chief, so to be in the fire service, serving in that capacity, I don't fight fires, but I'm able to at least represent the citizens of Los Angeles, especially during these catastrophic times.
What is your pride and joy?
My son. So my son, Declan, he's 3 years old. So I had him at 40. So very proud to be a quote unquote older mom, but I say a seasoned mom, because in the same way that we look at our careers, it's to me one of the greatest times to be doing what I do, both as a real estate investor, owner, broker, and most importantly as a mother.
When was the last time you laughed?
This morning when I got my son up and he just smiled right at me and we just have a giggle, and that's how we live our life.
What is your name?
Hi, I'm Gaby Gonzalez. I'm a realtor with Realtor One Group United, and I'm also the 2025 NAREB Los Angeles president.
And what does it mean to be the NAREB Los Angeles president?
It means the world is not a role that I ever expected to have. And well, I have that thanks to you because you encouraged me to do it. It means a lot because to advocate for our community and educate our community about the importance of not just attaining homeownership, but sustaining it. Oh, my dad didn't actually fight so hard for what we do because, during the 90s, my dad lost his house. he filed for bankruptcy, and he had no guidance from his realtor. Nobody really pointed him the right way. So I know the difference that it would have made in his life to have that knowledge and that people guided him the right way. And that's why I fight so hard for what we do.
You are so dedicated with your clients. When you work with the families that you work with, what is the emotion that you try to transfer onto them?
Oh, to make them feel safe. I know they really put their trust in me, and I don't take that for granted. It's such a joy to be able to see someone open the doors for the first time when they actually own the homes, after they've been through the seeing it for the first time and then going to the inspection. And then when you open that door, the joy that it's on their faces, that's indescribable, and I love that feeling.
Tell me about your relationship with your parents.
They're my reason why. My mom is my best friend. My dad is someone that I know if I were to call him anywhere in the world, he would show up. And even if he had to crawl through the desert, I know. Those are my biggest cheerleaders.
You did something that not many people get to do. You founded a nonprofit. Tell us about that.
Oh, wow, that's our baby. So I have a book club, and through my book club, we started a college scholarship foundation for young women. And every time I say I have a foundation, people ask me, oh, you have a book club? So yes, in the book club, we meet once a month, and whoever is hosting gets to pick the location and the book. 3 years ago, we met at a boutique in Whittier, and one of the ladies said, hey, ladies, stock up on your gowns for gala season. And another one of the ladies said, I've never been to a gala. So my dear friend who founded the book club said, you know what, we're just gonna have to create one. So we went back and forth a couple months after that. We knew we wanted to have a gala, and we knew we wanted to give back to the community. We're a group of women. We love to read. Let's give back to the next generation of women leaders. And that's how it started. The first year, we just did it as friends, as a community. And this next year, we loved it so much that we actually became a nonprofit. So we're an official 501c3. This year is our 4th annual gala in November. So really excited about that because we keep growing. The scholarships keep increasing. The amount of young girls that we're hoping to make a difference in their lives, it keeps increasing. So it's really, really rewarding.
And how many recipients received awards last year?
Last year, it was 8. The previous year was 6. The first year was 4. So this year, we're hoping either for more or bigger or both.
What does it mean to achieve homeownership for Latinos in America?
I think it's the American dream. And I just go back to the first time I handed somebody keys. It was somebody that I knew from a second job I had at a gym. And she was following me on Instagram. She saw everything that I was posting about real estate. She sent me a message once, hey, can you help me buy a house? So we met. She brought her fiance at the time, now her husband. And during the pre-approval, I asked them, when are you guys getting married? And the first thing he said, as soon as you find us a house, Gabby, we're getting married. So we went through the process a couple months to witness that moment. It was just priceless. She opened the door. She was walking through the house. And then when she got to the kitchen, and I was recording all of this, by the way, she turned around. Her eyes were watery. She was looking at her fiance. I started crying. And then he grabbed her and hugged her and kissed her. And to be part of that was priceless, and that's why I keep working so hard. They got married. They had their wedding party at the house. They just had their second baby right now. So to see them not just get a house, but live their life and enjoying their lives, that brings me so much joy, and it makes me happy for them.
What is your superpower?
Resilience. Yeah.
Habla Mortgage is a project that my partner in production, Cynthia, and I came up with to authentically illustrate who the people that I work with are in reality. In real estate, there's a lot of flash and glamour. But you know what? That's not the real person that's working with you. The real person with you has a story, is a human, and has a background and a passion that inspires them to work with families just like yourself. And that's what this project is all about.